It's inmates fighting foreigners, and if the inmate wins, the sentence is reduced.
Whoa!
Yeah. Have you heard about this?
No.
It's like a movie, man.
How do you find your life purpose? This is the crazy story of Dave Leduc, a man who found his purpose in the most unexpected way. This is his journey. His story starts in Canada. From a young age, Dave was a tempered teen. Heated arguments with his father eventually led him out of his family home.
We argued a lot. I think it's really my passion for martial arts started when I got kicked out of the house at 18, 19 years old.
Left to rely upon the generosity of his friends as he couch surfed seeking his place in this world. However, his passion for fighting was always at the core. He pursued employment at a local nightclub to stay afloat, but continued to train diligently in his time off, but still largely left unfulfilled with his job.
There was something missing in my hometown, so I just left.
The young fighter swapped the bone-chilling Canadian weather for the Asian tropical country of Thailand. This is where he also met his girlfriend, who eventually became his fiancée. Since the day they met, they fell in love and became inseparable. It is here where his adventure really begins. Thailand is and has always been a country known for Muay Thai, a fierce and grueling combat sport that is thought to have been used by soldiers and locals long ago with the aim of protecting their lands. It is even a sport practiced by hundreds of young girls and boys. Professional fights between minors go ahead each weekend, with many adults betting on the contests. Dave pursued a career in Muay Thai and eventually moved to Thailand, but it wasn't without its difficulties.
When I was fighting in Thailand, it was $200 a fight.
Putting his body on the line for $200 a fight did not provide a substantial life for him and his fiancée. Fighting for passion and fighting for survival fell hand in hand. Dave ran off the belief of his fiancée to keep the dream alive. He continued to fight, dominating his rivals in brutal Muay Thai battles, but with little reward. Dave was desperate for money to keep him and his fiancée afloat.
So I watched a Vice documentary on prison fight. Okay, look at that.
They had a program in order to bring them out of the prison. If they don't do drugs, they don't do this, they can train and fight. And if they win fights, they can get sentence reduced.
These were prisoners who had committed horrendous crimes.
They're all there for either rape, gang rape, murder, drug trafficking, and they're all...
And they can get their sentence reduced if they win a fight?
Yeah.
An example of this is Siri Prawn Teresi. She was a convicted drug dealer which won a WBC women's title while serving 10 years. She received a royal pardon and was free from prison. Dave's first encounter took place in a maximum security prison, Krong Pa. The challenger was Tahan Ko Kachai, an experienced Muay Thai fighter that made it an intriguing matchup. But it was Dave who came out on top. He won via unanimous decision and left the top of his opponent's head lacerated due to the repetitive elbow strikes. Dave had defeated his opponent in a dominant display and would continue to do so until he found another form of martial arts, one that exceeds all forms of professional fighting in barbarity and ferocity. It is known as Lethwei.
You know, there's a lot of UFC fans probably listening to this podcast just hearing about Lethwei for the first time.
For people at home, there's 55 million people in Myanmar, and their national sport is Lethwei.
Myanmar, the home of Lethwei. It is a country of rich resources, beautiful temples, and a medieval society with a large population of Buddhists. But it is a country that has suffered decades of military rule. Lethwei has been, and still is, a unifying sport that helps bring the people of Myanmar together. Even through the current dark stages of military suppression, its importance to suffering people in bringing hope and unity cannot be questioned. It is commonly known as the art of 9 limbs due to the selection of weapons the fighters have at hand.
The rules, I like to say there's no rules, but obviously you can't eye gouge, you can't kicking the balls, I know the basic stuff. No gloves, headbutts allowed, takedowns allowed.
Because traditional Lethwei, it's KO only to win. We forgot to say that.
Really?
There's no point system.
No points. How long are the rounds? Are they normal length? 3 minutes?
5 rounds of 3 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But
so
then,
it's very similar to Muay Thai.
Yes, but then the crazy part, which my fights I fought in traditional Lethwei rules, is that you have an injury timeout.
Okay, so you get KO'd.
Yeah.
And the fight's not over?
This literally means a fighter can be knocked out twice before they are defeated. Thank you for watching up to this point. I just want to give a quick shout out to Martial Inu. They are setting up their own MMA league, Martial Fighting Championship, where they will hold their first event on the 29th of October 2022 in Slovakia, and they are planning to do events worldwide. Colombia, Argentina and US are next on the list. And the best part is the event will be free to stream from their YouTube channel. What I like about them is their goal is to support fighters worldwide. So far they have donated over $5 million to fighters in all types of promotions and leagues. They are the first crypto-based combat promotion in the world that pays its fighters in its native token, MRI. And the president of the league is no other than Dave Leduc. There will be more information in the description if you'd like to watch. Now, let's get back to the story. Lethwei matches date back to the 2nd century BC, and the fighting style was used by ancient Myanmar armies in warfare. The ancient matches were first held in sandpits, which became a staple point of Burmese culture. The only aspect of Lethwei which has changed over the past 1,000 years is the use of a ring over a sandpit.
I called up the prison fight promoter and at the time I said, you have a fight for me, like I need to get money. If you want, I have this guy, is Tutu, T-O-O-T-O-O. He's undefeated champ in Lethwei rules, 36
His
fights.
name is Tutu?
Tutu.
Wow.
That's his real name.
He was undefeated in how many fights?
36 fights. That means it's all KO, right? So he's like, well, how many fights you have? Well, I have 10 Muay Thai fights. He's like, well, oh, Muay Thai? Well, he's, 50 fights in Lethwei, and you have 10 fights in Muay Thai. Well, let me do something. He lied on my record. He said I have 40 fights.
Dave's first fight in Lethwei was against the champion Tutu. Tutu was undefeated in 36 fights and a giant in Lethwei.
I go to the fight and some kind of energy comes in my body, I don't know.
Dave's experience of 10 fights in Muay Thai appeared inferior,
I just disfigured him.
with Dave dominating Tutu each round, applying intense pressure to his opponent, but unfortunately was unable to knock him out, meaning the fight ended in a draw. But hope was not lost. This one-sided fight left many in Myanmar impressed. So impressed in fact that Tuntun Min, the openweight world champion in Lethwei, challenged Dave, eager to crush the foreigner's progression.
I beat up Tutu, and then I get right away challenged by Tuntun Min, the open weight. So the best in the country. When you open weight champ, you're the best in the world in Lethwei, right? The biggest and the strongest. So he's a 3rd, 4th, 5th generation Lethwei. His grandfather was a Lethwei fighter, and they were all Golden Belts winners, right? So he's born in the, like, if you look where he lives, it's raw, man. It's the hut, it's in the jungle, and he's raised in the headbutt culture. Like, he's an animal. He's a head hunter. He just goes for the head, and he has a good right hand. Only my 2nd Lethwei fight ever, right? And I'm fighting the best.
2 legends in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they want again. They like, oh, Tutu didn't get him, so let's get Tutu Min to fuck him up, right?
The match was closely contested and ended in a draw. The fight had gained so much hype and made news. Dave had earned the respect of the people of Myanmar, and through the demand of the Myanmar people and Lethwei fans, a rematch was put in place only 2 months later. This time, the stakes for Dave Leduc would be even higher.
So then the promoter calls me, so, hey, you got that fight in December? If you win, you want to get married in Myanmar? I was like, yeah. So he's going to be a Myanmar traditional wedding. If you win this fight, it's going to be December 2016. If you win this fight, we're going to pay for your wedding, and it's for the Golden Belt.
It is needless to say Dave accepted. The chance to become the Lethwei champion and marry the love of his life in the country that granted him a chance to fulfill his dream was so close.
It's all about who wants it the most in a fight, who wants it the most. Two guys, same size, same shape, same cardio. Who's gonna win? Well, chances are it's the guy that is the most hungry.
You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop. You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop. I can't be stopped now, I can't stop. I can't be stopped now, I can't stop. I can't be stopped now, I can't stop. You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop. Lions, tigers, bears are my king of the jungle, I stand for the pride. Beat on my chest, that's the rhythm inside. I got so much heart, I'm burning with fire. Can't stop, won't stop till I drop. Keep climbing for the top. Simmer down, you too loud, people around. You can try, but I won't stop, won't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop. Won't stop.
It's now time for the highly anticipated rematch. Millions around Myanmar are tuning in to watch this fight, and Dave's journey has led him to this point. If he wins this match, he will become the champion and his wedding will be televised and paid for. Tun Min and Dave battled it out in a sold-out arena, throwing spinning elbows, landing heavy kicks and devastating knees. But by the third round it was Tun Min who crumbled. Severe damage to his leg meant he could no longer continue. Over one night, Dave Leduc had turned into a Lethwei superstar. For Dave Leduc, the openweight Lethwei champion, his dreams had come true. His fiancée always believed this day would come, even through all their hardships, living off $50 per week.
Like someone told me that your wedding, 30 million people watched your wedding on television there?
More than that, I think, but yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Dave was now happily married and was branded as the Lethwei King. After consolidating his reign as the greatest, Dave went on to teach seminars on the art of Lethwei, traveling around the world. Dave's life had changed for the better. His journey serves as a reminder that in pursuing one's dream, one must overcome regular setbacks, no matter how devastating, and continue to hold on to the belief that with hard work, dedication and passion, nothing can stand in the way.
It is a crazy life, but it's a really crazy life if you follow your passions.
Yeah.
And it's a fucking crazy boring life if you don't. Really, the key, I think, to happiness in life is being honest with yourself and finding whatever it is that's attractive to you.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that draws you, whether it's animation or sculpture or making clothes. Everyone has a thing. Find the time to pursue it and set up your life so that you have the time to pursue it.
And now they're scared sometimes, oh, but if I do this, there's not going to be income around it. But they just have to persevere and money will come. And it's true. You can do whatever you can do whatever you want.
the world to me. Thank you so much, guys. Ever since I come into Lethwei, I never look back. This is my life. I want to shout out to my wife, my lovely wife. I love you so much. She's there always by my side, stressing. Thank you, Irene, my wife.
Martial Fighting Championships' first event will be available to stream free on YouTube on the 29th of October. Follow them on their social media accounts to stay updated. All the links will be in the description below.